angels. These are angels of God that are God's servants. They're higher beings than humans with more power that cannot die. They cannot be threatened or harmed. So it's a great threat that we would understand these things, to understand that these may be the ones that have seen outside nuclear missile bases deactivating the missiles, showing you that God's in control of these things. We don't need to fear these things. That would make sense, that God doesn't want us to fear these monsters. He wants us to know that he's going to frustrate the plans of the wicked and bring those plans to nothing. And we can be comforted. We can take great joy in that. We can go out and preach that and be free and just enjoy our stinking little lives, folks, in great prosperity. And prosperity, by prosperity, I don't mean money, but I do mean things like security. And I don't mean necessarily physical. I don't need the government in there providing physical security for me, but I want to be free from monetary insecurity, okay? And by default, being free from monetary insecurity, it means being free financial, and to have full financial security, it means being free. Okay, that's what it's all about. That's great and valuable. And prosperity can also mean all the other things out there that I might want to enjoy. I might want to enjoy a sailboat one day. The next day I might want to enjoy a jet airplane. The next day I might want to enjoy a nice automobile. Whatever the case may be, next day I might want to take a cruise to Hawaii and, or go to the beaches of the Caribbean. Whatever, explore the islands around the world, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. I want the same things for you as I want for me. And if we all wanted that, we understood what that really means, then it's a beautiful thing. Understand, we could be totally free of money, but we're still going to have these issues: disease, death, accidents, natural disasters. But even those things will someday be gone, as it's written. And so it's so important to take solace and comfort and encouragement from the Bible and know that, God is in control and he will mete out justice on the earth, and he does have Satan and all his minions, humans or other entities, whatever the case may be. He's got them all under control, and he's only going to let them get as far as he lets them get. And we have to remind these people who's ultimately the boss and who's really going to have to face the music. Because like it's written, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of an angry God. And that's exactly what these people have to look forward to. Because like in the book of Revelation, which I believe we're in, and so many other people that have devoted their lives to the study of Bible prophecy believe we're in the period talked about in Revelation. And God has been filling this cup. It's a metaphorical, allegorical cup that God has with the fury, this righteous, beautiful fury. Believe it or not, fury can be beautiful because it's coming from a patient and restrained, gracious, compassionate, long-suffering God, this fury. So it's very justified. His name is vindicated throughout the universe. This is a good Creator, Most High God we're talking about. No doubt about it, but it has to be proven. That's why God is so patient, is because nobody's going to be able to say that God acted with hubris when he metes out justice on the earth. No, he's storing this beautiful fury of the wrath of his indignation, and it's going to overflow, and that's the way the story goes. And that may account for why, God is shutting down nuclear missile sites through these holy angels, and he's wielding his power. And of course it would stand to reason that the people ruling over us don't want us to know those things, because what does it do? It renders them irrelevant. Then they can't use the fear of nuclear warfare. That's not one of their cards on the table with us anymore. And then what's next? Do you understand where this goes? Then what's the next most powerful weapon the military has? It would be the fighter pilots. And if the fighter pilots are of noble heart and mind, let's say they're Christians or something, they've got a big problem when it comes to starting dubious warfare and trying to, in an attempt to depopulate the earth. Because as we all know, these people talk a lot about it. They're very open and candid about their desire to get the earth down to, about 500 million in their estimation, according to the Georgia Guidestone. So this is genocide on a level that we really can't even comprehend, that's going to be the vast majority of humanity right there. That obviously, that's most of anybody I possibly could be talking to, or anybody else. So that's the designs these people have for us. That's what they want. So we need to expose them we need to challenge them, not in a violent way, but just we need to get in their faces. And that's why they take such precautions like this Bilderberger meeting with all the great security, this Cobra security they talked about on InfoWars, and Paul Joseph Watson is going to be leading the charge on this thing. He's always stationed over in Britain. He's one of the reporters for Alex Jones. And, this guy's getting harassed by the police and secret police going through his garbage. And, God knows what's going on. But this is the kind of thing that goes on. I mean, it's gone on repeatedly with these people that are really after the truth about what's going on at these Bilderberger meetings, because you've got a lot of government figures. These are public figures that aren't supposed to be doing this stuff. They're not supposed to be hobnobbing with these super wealthy people. Again, the infinite heirs. Because if you own the copyrights, or if you've got any control over that, entity, I mean, that's a lot of people too that are in on this thing. That's what it comes down to, is the money, because that's great power. So you could try to own all the gold in the world and all the silver, but of course these people, they'll kill each other as they need. These people they're animals, they're monsters, they're beasts. So the idea that they could kill each other in their own ranks is not far-fetched. But the money, nonetheless, just the printed money is so powerful. Whether it's printed or digital, it's still what it is. If it's digital, then it says in dollars, so it's still, it's money. It's Federal Reserve notes on a screen, whatever. But they're very threatened by the truth. They're very threatened. They don't want their ears stung. They hate truth. Remember, truth is an anathema, and that's what God is giving us to fight these people, is the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit of God. And it's not about religion. It's just about truth. It's just about, the fact that the word fact has a definition that can't be altered. It's like mathematics. If you're talking about 2 plus 2, it always equals 4. And if anybody tries to come with some fuzzy math and say, no, somehow, look, let me show you this. Don't believe it. They're just trying to disempower you and confuse you and take you off balance. You've got to believe that every word has a definition. You've got to believe there's a way out of confusion, a way out of Babylon. And it's understanding words and understanding how these people operate. They know psychology. They know that, of course, they can turn people into money lovers like they've done and make us decadent in that regard. It doesn't mean it's because we're spoiled and we're too rich and too prosperous, too free, and and too secure. No, it's actually quite the contrary. It's because of the fear they've conjured up, the insecurity by not having the money. So this false sense of reverence for their God, and their God is the money. Do you understand? This is their primary method of operation, premier method of operation. Modus operandi numero uno, okay? This is the way they do it. This is how they extract their, because we all need money, right? So we all love money. You tend to love those things you need most. So it's very important to understand this issue, to understand you need God. God provided the fruit on the tree. God provided, the wheat in the field. God provided the fish in the sea. God provided your brain to build a shelter. God gave you the wherewithal, not these people. They're liars and cheaters and thieves and murderers. We've got to be very clear. A fact is a fact, and fiction is fiction. And these people are filled with lies and fiction, okay? They fabricate our reality. That's it. It's just a conjured up reality from the pit of hell. That's what we're dealing with here. But I'm going to enjoy my stinking little life. It's a beautiful freaking planet. You know that? I've got a lot to be grateful for, and I'm going to enjoy it. I love people. I love to meet people wherever I go. I just wish they were free. I wish that when I met them, when I